Hi folks, Mike here. This is Solacia 2, the Ice Demon, game I'm about to release on Amazon and Wargame Vault, hopefully. It's a sequel to Solacia, the Wizard of Doom, and has a similar system. The rules are about the same volume, so we're looking at less than 30 pages, and as ever there's big print, lots of diagrams, examples and things in there, so nothing to be too phased about. If you've played the first one, you'll get to grips with the second one very quickly. You don't have to have played the first one. This is a sequel, it's a standalone game. You can buy either or both of them as you wish. Solacia 2 then, as I say, very similar quest structure system. It's got the counters at the back, there they are. Similar quest structure system. There are 14 quests, and again you have to do 5 to be successful in your adventure. You see the graphics there, very much an icy theme to it, as you'd expect. Solacia has been frozen by the Ice Demon. Your job is to kill that Ice Demon and return Solacia to its previous glory. So what is different? Well, the way the enemies appear slightly different happens first of all, followed by a separate events phase. So the events are not sort of wrapped into that. So you'll always get an enemy every turn, or usually get an enemy every turn, and then you'll get an event, some good, some bad. And then it's sort of the hero's turn, and then the enemy's turn. So what's new? Well, there's 4 new heroes. They all have their own items to be found in chests and so on. Upgrade items, that is. There are 10 new enemies. All the enemies are new, so 10 new enemies, plus the Ice Demon himself, of course. To go at the Mystic, who sort of replaces the Mage, I guess. In the first one, has a whole new spell set. It's a new set of spells to use. It's fair to say she's probably less attack-minded and more of a kind of healer. You may find in this game the enemy is slightly tougher, so your heroes might get injured a bit more often, but they can be healed perhaps a little bit more easily than in the first game. It's still, the shrines are still there, the chests are still there, of course. There's still lots of things to think about, lots of things to do. So quite a bit new, but the basic system is still there as well. So as I say, you played the first one, you'll pick the second one up fairly quickly. The line of sight works the same. All the terrain features will be familiar to you if you played it before. You know, dungeon walls, these tall fences or gateways that we had in the previous game. You know, there's trees, there's hills, and so on. All those work in the same way as it did in the first game. So all that doesn't need to be learnt again. I didn't want to change things for the sake of changing things. So I thought the first game generally worked pretty well. There's no turn timer in this second game. You see at the bottom here, no turn timer. So you can take a little bit more time, but obviously enemies are appearing around you on each turn. So you've got to be mindful of that. So again, it's a risk and reward. You know, do you go for that extra chest, or do you make your way out as soon as you can? Again, things to think about as ever in my games. You can take your heroes from the Wizard of Doom into the Ice Demon quests, and vice versa. So you can take these heroes back to the Wizard of Doom as well if you've got both games. So what you do there is you just mix and match the party up. Generally, you'll still need one of each colour, but it does mean you've got a choice of hero for each of those 4 positions. It just still gives quite a lot of combinations of different heroes to take. So lots of different parties that you can form with your various heroes. And all you've got to remember is if you take a hero across, then they take with them only their upgrade items that they find in chests. And in the case of the Mystic or Mage, they take their spells with them. Other than that, a hero moving from one game to the other has to work under the rules of the game that they're actually playing in. So you know how enemies appear and the turn timers or not, as the case may be, and so on. So you generally follow those rules, but you can, as I mix up the party. So it does make it quite interesting. I used all of my heroes from the Ice Demon in Solacia, and I got through to the end and managed to take out the Wizard of Doom, albeit with quite a lucky shot from some distance. My feeling is the heroes in the Ice Demon are slightly stronger and these are slightly weaker. And I think that's quite good because it allows you to make your own difficulty by mixing and matching in that way. That doesn't mean this game is easier, by the way. It means the enemies in this game are more challenging, perhaps, or they are in fact more challenging in this game, in the second one, than they are in the first one. So you know, there's lots of, if you get both, there's lots of different ways you can mix and match and make lots of combinations to, you know, work out for yourselves how easy or difficult it makes. And some of the heroes in Solacia 2 sort of interact with each other in some ways, so they can help each other out. And obviously, if you break that party up, you lose the benefit of those combinations. So there's a bit of thought to there as to how to do it. I guess one way to do it is just simply pick a party of heroes at random and see how you get on. But anyway, that's Solacia the Ice Demon. You won't have this line across here, of course. That's the on my proof copy. It's got nice new graphics using my new software that I've got now, Incarnate Pro version. Recommend it to anybody looking for a map maker. Rules nice and clear, nice big print, lots of examples. Sure, you will be into that in no time, especially if you've played the first one. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thanks, guys.